So it turns out Clawdbot ain't actually all that. Everyone keeps DMing me, asking me if Clawdbot is the next big money machine. And I'm going to be blunt with you. Most people talking about it don't really make money with AI. They make money by talking about AI or even crypto. The reality is the crypto crowd jumped on this trending topic of Clawdbot because it sounds powerful. And nobody's asking the real question. Does this actually solve a real business problem somebody will pay for? Yeah, there's a lot of little things that you can have an AI secretary or assistant do for you on your computer if it's installed on your computer, but that's nothing new. There are plenty of other tools out there that already do those things for you. So the reality is this thing was completely overhyped. I'm going to show you why, some examples. It's also dangerous, so you're going to want to watch this entire video if you don't lock it down correctly. And I think the reason it was overhyped is because people just wanted to make money with crypto. And the reality is that people chasing those types of outcomes usually don't have that much success. Now, if you want to be successful using AI, the easiest way that I have seen people be successful is by convincing outdated businesses that are not adopting and adapting AI tools into their business yet, help them do that and get paid for a fee. Now, I know it's not super sexy, but for me, myself, I've been doing this for a while now, and you can see in this screenshot, I've collected an invoice just last week for over $3,000 from a small business by helping them with their AI. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to replicate my numbers just by pushing a button. I'm saying that I have experience doing this. So I'm somebody that is actually credible and listening, and you should probably listen to if you're interested in this department. So in this video, I'm going to break down Clawdbot, the hype, also some resources that I have found of other people that are security engineers, way smarter than I am, that give their feedback as well. And then if you want real practical plays, I'm going to actually share with you some ways that you can use autonomous AI agents, which Clawdbot kind of is, not really, to actually get a small business to pay you. And so if you like this topic of building an online business, getting small businesses to pay you for AI subscription-based services, then I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. It's a 4-part training where we spend even more time together. I give you tactics and my strategies to go out there and get small businesses to pay you. And I even give you 30 days free to the best AI software tool out there that I use to get clients and run my business. It's totally free. And so if you'd like that, please just be sure to like my channel, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and comment below, and I will send you a direct link to the fast track training and the prompt document I have for this video and the 30-day software trial. Now, I'm going to use this slide that I had from yesterday because this is what this video is about, the timeline. Originally, yesterday I was talking about what Clawdbot is in the live demo and why this is different, but we're going to scratch that and we're going to go over what has happened overnight and what people have come to figure out about it and why you should still be careful. I mean, yesterday I made a video about being careful. Now I'm doubling down on being careful. And then I'm going to share with you, if you want, ways that you can actually use AI agents to get some traction. So let's talk about Clawdbot for a second. It was recently this tool that was announced to clear your inbox, send emails, manage your calendar. Now, you have to install this thing on your computer for it to work in most cases. Some people, myself included, have figured out how to do it on a cloud. The safe way to do this is by installing it on a computer that has absolutely nothing on it. And so think about that for a second. You have to get a separate computer and put it on something that was completely empty. And I see Wise Tiger in the chat, OG Breadman again, I see you, I see you. So let's talk about this. What actually was Clawdbot, right? So this dude, do I still have his, I don't know, this dude, software engineer, I think his name was Peter. He created this tool called Clawdbot. Yeah, here we go. Peter Steinberger. And he had a tool that was artificially pumped by a crypto crowd. So there was a Clawdbot token that was created, and it pumped $16 million before a 90% crash. Now, the founder of Clawdbot renamed Clawdbot to Maltbot and issued a public warning to the crypto community after scammers launched fake tokens using his project's name, drawing in traders and triggering sharp losses. He says he's never issued a token, has no plans to do so. So there's a fake token, Claude, that gained traction among retailers. And so this topic, if any of you have experience with how trending news and viral topics work on YouTube, on the news cycle in general, this is what really pushed Clawdbot to get crazy attention like never before. Because at the end of the day, the stuff that Clawdbot can do is not super novel. You can have other tools clear your inbox, right? You can have other tools send emails. There's other tools that manage your calendar. The one thing that Clawdbot does is if you install it on your computer, your primary computer that have access to all these things, is it can integrate all those things together, which is not really a smart thing to do if you think about it. You don't want to give AI unrestricted, unlimited access to all those things. So just if you think about it from that perspective, why not just use something like Manus AI, which is an autonomous agent, which you can just give it the privileges you need. You do not have to install on your own computer, and it can do all of the same things. So, I was a little skeptical at first, which is why I made that video yesterday about really just locking it down and making sure people are aware of, the potential risks of giving an AI unrestricted access throughout your computer, letting it run 24/7. But now that I know that there's even more hype behind this, like the reason it got so big is because of this crypto trending topic that was basically launch hijacked for people to grow their crypto drop. It makes it even more sus, right? So here's another article from a guy named FMDZ talking about the disaster. So if you install this thing on your computer, right? He created a scan of people that have Clawdbot installed on their computer, but they are opening ports on their computer for people to access with zero protection. This is a basic scan of instances hosting Clawdbot with open gateway ports, and a lot of them have zero authentication. So he ran a simple scan here and just very quickly found 954 computers that could actually be accessed without any authorization. So think about that for a second. People that are just installing this thing like crazy without having any security protocol, any experience, they're following the trend, they're following the hype, they're following the news cycle. I was sharing with you guys yesterday that you need to be careful about giving it unrestricted access unless you lock it down. You don't want to give it AI shell access to your entire life, right? It can run commands on your server. It can read and write your files. It can send emails from your account. It can access your calendar. Yes, those things could be used for positive, but they could also be used for negative. I like what this guy says. That's an autonomous agent with the keys to your digital house. So what you need to do is you need to set up a specific server. You can compartmentalize. You need to have two-factor authentication. Anytime you have that thing accessing any of your accounts, you need to have two-factor authentication. That is like what I highly recommend. And so let me know what you guys think. I see a lot of comments and questions coming in. Adam says, get smart, work hard, and provide value for people. That is what this is all about, 100%. OG says, if Clawdbot is actually a rug pull, does that matter? It doesn't matter at all, right? I mean, it doesn't unless you've installed it on your computer without locking it down, because then you have something on there that could potentially be a security risk. This guy, as I said, ran a scan and just shows people that are just completely wide open to hackers and people out there. And so I'm going to take your questions in a second. I do want to share, as I said, with the timeline of this video, because while this is not novel tech, I do think AI agents, which are these types of tools, similar, right, can run tasks for you, can answer emails, can clear out your inbox. I do think with the right security protocol and with the right technology, you can use these for good. You can actually use them to generate cash flow. And for those of you that don't know about Manus AI, this is like the alternative tool that was recently bought by Twitter or by Facebook 2 weeks ago. Manus's AI agent, Meta just bought it for $2 billion. Why did Meta buy an AI agent, Manus AI, for $2 billion? Because the tech works really well. And they want to integrate it to all of their other platforms and tools that they have. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with it. I really hope they're going to be using it for their ads manager to allow you to like create and manage ads in a really easy, powerful way. But AI agents in general, they're already doing lead handling. They're doing follow-up. They're doing website and SEO audits. They're doing competitor research. They're doing content and report generation. And remember, Yeah, Meta bought Manus for $2 billion. I think it was underpriced, but crazy, right, Sherilyn? So remember, I'm giving you this prompt document. Like and subscribe, comment below. You have all these bonuses and links to the things that I'm going to be talking about. But as I said, AI agents are already doing all these things. And one of the ways that I'm using them to be profitable is I use this tool called Go HighLevel. And HighLevel is a software suite of tools, right? There's an AI agent feature right here that you can create voice agents with, and you create conversation agents with. And this is something that all businesses need. So imagine calling a small business in your area and getting a super humanized voice. Like, you can't even tell the difference in picking up one of these calls. I don't know if you guys have listened to a real modern day AI agent, voice agent. If you call it, you can't really even tell that it's not a human. Almost all businesses have a receptionist. You can 100% hook up your business to an inbound voice AI receptionist. And unfortunately, that would replace maybe most receptionists because you can have this thing running for you 24/7. Well, how do you teach the voice agent about your company, which makes it super valuable? Full disclosure, you guys, this is something that we sell to small businesses. We sell them voice agents hooked up to a phone number. So if somebody calls the phone, there's a voice agent that you can't even tell is a human or is not human that can do pre-purchasing questions. It can do booking, logistics. It can answer everything from your company website as voice. It can answer everything from a company database, PDFs, knowledge bases. And so all you have to do if you use Go HighLevel, and remember, I'm giving you 30 days free to this tool, is you just buy a phone number for $1. It's really simple in the settings, the phone number section. You buy a phone number, and then you go to the knowledge base, and then you create a knowledge base. And by creating a knowledge base, all you do is upload. So if I'm gonna go to Google, and you guys can search this right now. It's live. Go HighLevel voice AI agents knowledge base, because HighLevel does something amazing. It allows you to access their support portal, which just has step-by-steps and instructions right now. So if you're interested in maybe taking my 4-part AI fast track training and getting the 30 days free to HighLevel to try it out and hopefully get your first AI agent paying customer, if you have questions on this, you can go here right now. It's live. Just go to Google, type in Go HighLevel voice AI agent. And so you can set up what's called a knowledge base, where you can ask it to scan an entire website. You can see this knowledge base section, scan an entire website. You can upload files, company SOPs. So I recommend, if you find a business that needs an AI agent, you just have them give you all the specific information about their company. You feed it to the agent in the knowledge base, and you can hook that thing up to a phone number, which, if you think about it, is insane. Because to hire a real person to answer a phone and teach them all the things about your company, it really takes, depending on the complexity of your business, 3 months, 6 months to really train them up, hear all the objections, the questions, get them familiar, answering all the stuff from your company. But you can have this thing set up in a day with all the specific information about any company, and you can sell it for a couple $1,000 to set up because it is novel tech. And then you can charge a monthly fee to manage it and help them keep refining it as more information, calls, data, all that stuff comes in. And even further, if you don't want to use voice, let's say you want to create a email AI agent, anytime an email comes to you or the business you're working for, you can hook up that same exact knowledge base and it will respond via text. You can also use HighLevel to create a chat widget that'll go on any website. And if people ask pre-purchasing questions, more information about the business, location, hours, all that stuff, again, remember, it's hooked up to a knowledge base where it answers all that stuff. And so that is a super big value add. It's a really easy way for somebody like you or me who is not experienced, like you're not a software developer, you're not vibe coding and building, tools that you want to sell. But let's say you want to get a small business in your area to potentially pay you for what's happening in the AI space. A great way to do that is offer an AI agent, especially if I'm giving you 30 days free, that you can use this tool and offer AI agents for 30 days for free and hopefully get your first paying customer. If you create, and I'm going to give you a really great way that you can use this to get your first customer. So I want to give you a great foot in the door strategy, as I do in all of my videos. I want you to do exactly as I said. Create a voice AI agent. I want you to find a business that you want to work with, right? Find their website, go to their website, create a knowledge base, upload, scan their website, tell the knowledge base to use their web crawler right here to scan a website, right? You can also, I don't know if you can find any other information about it, upload the information, but a website scan will be plenty enough. Okay, then you're gonna hook it up to a phone number that you get for $1 in HighLevel, and then you're gonna comment on one of those businesses' posts or send them an email or even send them a text message and say, hey, my name is Nick. I specialize in helping businesses just like yours grow with artificial intelligence. I created an AI agent for you all about your business. Here's the phone number. Go ahead and give it a call and see what you think. And when that business owner calls that number, pro tip, create the phone number in their area code so they know it's local. When they call that number and the AI agent on the other end says, hey, how's it going? This is Nick Ponte Marketing. How can I help you? But they represent themselves as being from that company and they can't tell that it's not a human. They're going to be like, holy crap, this dude is a wizard. How did you do that? What else can you do for us? We would love to purchase this. So that's a really great foot in the door strategy that you can use to hopefully get your next paying customer. And remember, I'm giving you 30 days free to try this thing out. It does plenty of other things. I've rebranded it as my own company name, but it creates websites, it sends emails, it does SMS. This is the tool that I use as my software suite of tools to get clients and run my business. And it was the reason Mina Marketing was recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii. You know, I've been doing this for a long time and we've had growth, all right? But it wasn't until we started innovating and adopting this type of technology into our company that we experienced 250% growth year over year to make us a multi-seven-figure business out here in Hawaii. And so I've given you guys a lot. I want to take some questions now. This is going to be a shorter stream than any of my other videos, but what do you guys think about that? As far as the safety, the security, the hype behind Clawdbot, did you install it? Are you deleting it? And are you going to start using AI agents to get your clients? OG Breadman says, so you're saying make the AI receptionist first? Yes, I want you to do the receptionist first because, again, back to the stream that I know you were on yesterday, we want to lead with value. It takes you 10 seconds to use this tool, create a knowledge base, and hook it up to a phone number. Again, go to Go HighLevel phone numbers, and you can open up very quickly in their support portal. You can buy phone numbers in basically any area code. And I know any area code because I live in Hawaii and getting 808 phone numbers is actually really hard, but you can get them in HighLevel very quickly. You can even move phone numbers into this tool. But let's see, how do I buy toll-free numbers inside HighLevel? How do I sign and enable landline toll-free number verification guide? Purchase a phone number in a sub-account. That's what you want to do. And again, I love HighLevel because everything you need to know about how to use this tool is live, step-by-step instructions and videos and walkthrough tutorials. So you can buy a phone number right here in the phone system section. You just add a number. It's $1. You can search the number. You can have a phone number in the system, a brand new one, in seconds. And that was a huge problem for me back in the day when I didn't use HighLevel. I mean, even now, like my company phone, the number is managed in HighLevel. Like if you call my company, it's a phone number in HighLevel and it goes to somebody on my team because you can buy a number and then you can set the forwarding to go to anywhere directly right here in HighLevel. It's like a phone number, but it's also a phone number manager. And so you can see, you can just search by area code, buy any phone number you want, and they're $1, which is super affordable. And so if you find a business, you know, in the AI Fast Track, we talk a lot about finding businesses that are a good fit for selling these types of services. So if you want more on that, check it out. It's free. But you want to find somebody that would be a good fit. They have some money to invest. They potentially would be willing to invest in something like using AI to get more clients, grow their business, and save more time. And if you find that type of person, then I'd be willing to spend $1 on getting a phone number, creating a knowledge base in advance, which is very fast, and then go through the process of prospecting and sharing that phone number with them and let them close themselves. This is a self-closing foot in the door strategy. Somebody says, Nick, do you have a foot in the door cold call script to sell AI voice receptionists? I think I do actually. I don't really need one because if you use the method that I'm giving you, they close themselves, right? I send them an email. So first of all, somebody closed me on this. That's how I figured this out. They made an AI agent for me. They gave me the phone number. When AI agents were first rolling out, voice agents, I called it and it was like, hi, this is Nick Ponte's virtual assistant. And I was like, how the hell did they do that? So that's how I know this works, because I got first of all. And so if you do that, you comment on their social media, which is what somebody did to me. They called the number, or you send them an email, or you send them a text message, or you send them a DM, and they do that. You don't really need a closing script. That thing is the closing script. Somebody says, I'm doing it right now for my tattoo artist in Idaho. I'm in San Diego. What's up? D West Life. How much are you charging for it? Adam says, truly digital gold. Thank you. Very early stage of what AI can do. I 100% agree. We're very early on all this stuff. How many small businesses really want an AI agent answering their phone calls though? A lot. Garbage. Like it just takes the right one. I can tell you that I work with a lot of activity companies. Activity companies they have a website that allow people to book tours and surf lessons and all those things. All the calls that they get, they really just want to send people to go book online. And if people have questions about their tours and all that stuff, this is all repetitive shit that you can have a voice agent repeat for you. You do not need to pay somebody in person to do this. So it really just comes down to what industry are you considering to sell these things for. Would I put a voice AI agent in an attorney's office? Probably not, right? Because that's like a much higher price thing. So, and a more delicate matter, right? Somebody says, what's up, garbage? Long time. Cool that you guys show up on the same streams. Let's see. Any other questions before we get out of here, guys? Have you checked out the multi-agent system in Go High Level? Yes, I have. Go High Level rocks. It does. By the way, you guys want, I have a link that I'm going to give you right now to High Level. Well, first of all, here, people that are tuning in live for my stream right now, putting a link to the 4-part fast track training. It's in the stream right now. If you sign up for that, it's free. It's a 4-part training where you get step-by-step instruction on using the 30-day trial of High Level to get your first paying client if you take action on it. But if for some reason you don't want the fast track, I'm going to put another link right now in the chat for this. It's a 30-day trial to High Level and also a boot camp that you can use to get set up, set your business up. Right here. Go to site. Boom. 30-day trial, free boot camp to get set up. Oh, I can pin these messages. No shit. I didn't even know I could do that. Somebody says, so would you focus on one business at a time with a custom demo, or would you make generic niche specific demo? Yeah. When I teach prospecting, I do recommend that you focus on one business at a time for the best possible conversion. And the reason that you do that is if you have to do a little work ahead of time. Find a business that actually needs the thing that you are trying to offer. And if you spend a little time finding that business, rather than just sending out a message to 10,000 people, the probability of finding product market fit is much higher. So spend a little time finding people that actually need the thing. And then if you can be more personalized with your outreach, with your demo, with whatever you're trying to use to get your foot in the door, with your AI voice agent, having a knowledge base on this company, much higher chance of success than sending a very broad general thing that could potentially bring one of 10,000 people in. So I hope that makes sense. You guys still haven't told me, have you installed Clawdbot on your computer? Is it working? How's it working? I think people on my channel are a little skeptical. Somebody says, can you put some cucumbers in your eyes and some soothing music or some shit after this stream because you deserve it? That's pretty funny. Man, I was up late last night. My daughter's 2 years old, and those of you that are parents, especially new parents, you know sleep time is a rough time, or at least it can be. Somebody says, what is a general price to charge a business? Look, if you've never sold one of these before, a great price to start would be for like a $300, $500 setup fee, and then $45 a month or $99 a month to manage it. You'll go through the process. You'll get somebody to say yes because the barrier to entry is pretty low. And once you do that, you'll be like, hey, I can speak to the results I'm getting for this guy. you get more comfortable, you can talk the talk, you know what it looks like to bring in a customer, and then you can start raising your prices. Westlife says, I'm starting the fast track right now till I have time, which never comes. Just like Nike, do it, let's go. Somebody says, what is a single tool that can outperform Clawdbot? I think Manus AI can do all the stuff that Clawdbot can do, and without the security risk. Somebody says, done, much love from Oceanside. I can send my notes in your presentations. Yes, send me your notes. Okay, you guys, well, I appreciate you all being here. Just a quick one for today. Hope you got some value out of it. Like and subscribe. Consider sharing this video with a friend, maybe somebody you know that installed Clawdbot and should know that, like, for the most part, it was a shill. The tech is not like anything that novel after really spending a lot more time with it. There is potentially, if you want to go real risky disky and install it on your computer with all of your most important sensitive shit and unrestricted access, there could be potential that you solve some time there. I do see how you could do that, but if you're smart, you would just use another autonomous AI agent tool out there with more compartmentalization going. So with that, you guys,